G'day guys, today is a very special video because I'm actually filming from Dijon, France. Today's dish, Paupiettes de Veau, a bistro classic. Everything's absolutely fresh and in season. We have our also beautiful chanterelles. Let's get into it. We're going to sear off our paupiettes, and in the leftover fat and butter, we're sauteing shallots till clear, adding our beautiful fresh chanterelle, 3 cloves of garlic, and then seasoning with salt. Afterwards, we deglaze with nothing other than Chablis, the wine of Burgundy. Oh, once all the alcohol has been evaporated from the Chablis and it's rendered down, we will be returning. We'll be adding some vegetable broth. This vegetable broth ended up being really quite weak, so I ended up fortifying it with a single cube of bouillon powder chicken in this regard. At this point, we've returned our beautiful veal. We cover and we let sit for 15 minutes. We're going to be lowering the temperature because if you maintain a temperature that is too high, it's going to fall apart at the bottom, and at the top it's going to be undercooked. Maintain it at 5 and they will steam and drink in that beautiful flavored sauce. In the meantime, make just a simple salad of really good quality balsamic vinegar, tomatoes, and lettuce. Gorgeous. And the wine today is Gevrey Jean Paton. There was an unknown poet that once said, I forget the name of the town and I forget the name of the girl, but the wine was Chambertin. You can't say better than that. Back to our beautiful veal. Uncovering, and we're going to be removing our beautiful little packets, leaving us to deal with the most important part of French cuisine, the sauce. This beautiful chanterelle sauce. The veal is done. There's nothing left to do with it. You can eat it now, but of course the most important part right now is the sauce. We're going to be packing this sauce with about as much black pepper as your arm can physically crack before it gets tired. Once your arm gets tired, that's how you know that you have enough pepper. At this stage, take it off the heat. If you keep it on the heat, your sauce will separate. And once you separate the sauce, all that hard work just went to the bin. Just toss it in the garbage. So, I'm literally waiting to see all the bubbles disappear. This is a crucial step, and I urge you, please, do not play around with that. Next up, this is creme fraiche that we picked up from the local market. You can't get much fresher than that. Now, back on extremely low heat. Again, I can't stress this enough. Pump this in on high heat, and your sauce will separate the solids from the fats. It's going to look like water sitting on top of your sauce. At that stage, there's no salvaging it. Alright, now cold butter. That was in the freezer. And you don't want to physically stir it. All you want to do is shake it into the pan until it emulsifies with the sauce. Okay, this is monter beurre, a French technique to enrich a sauce with a beautiful, beautiful velvety tongue. As you can see, this is not exactly a low-fat meal. If you're doing keto, this will be great for you. Okay, and this is sauce consistency. You see how that when I coated my spoon, I could run a finger through and it didn't run immediately off. It maintained two very, very distinct locations, like areas, a specific canal. Return your beautiful veal and coat them with your sauce. I also added all the resting juices, just common sense. And let that beautiful chanterelle pepper sauce just sit there and infuse into them for a moment. This is bistro cuisine at its finest. Just so you understand, this is a steak of veal that has been stuffed with a combination of veal and sausage meat and different herbs and spices, then wrapped up and served. Alright, once they've come back up to temperature, it's time to serve. I gave my wife one, myself two, and then I poured that gorgeous glistening sauce over them all. Absolutely to die for. Alright, always finish with parsley, by the way. If you don't finish with parsley, that freshness dies. You add parsley too early, all the flavor of the parsley dies. You want to have that fresh herbaceousness as the very, very, very last thing in your sauce. Now, what I would also suggest is you notice that I haven't seasoned is because I added that chicken bouillon. You have to always account for the salt. In an ideal world, you would salt only at the very, very, very end of the sauce making process. The veal themselves, always salt them. Give them a good rub down with olive oil or another base flavored oil. Salt them up and then sear them off. But needless to say, this dish is absolutely to die for. I served this up with a scrap of bread, and that's pretty much all you need. Something to soak up that beautiful juice. And what more can I say? Bon appetit et le soir. Cheers, guys.